Attention all epic Minecraft gamers. Today's the day. It is the official one. Hello everybody, it's me Waddles. I'm yelling. Okay, I'll stop. I can't contain my excitement though, partially because I've had a lot of coffee, partially because merch launch day is upon us. Down in the description, the top link is the Waddles merch official store link. Slide over to it, check it out, grab some merch if you are cool, or if you want to, or if you can. And in today's video, I'm going to show off 25 small, simple, easy decoration build ideas. Yeah, I had some trouble naming this one. I've got 25 small things that you can do in your world to improve it immensely. So as always, if you like today's video, drop a like, subscribe, become a channel member if you want, check out the merch if you want, and let's get into the video. Also, shout out to the Buildmaster Grian. Grian's great at this stuff. Build idea number 1. As of the later 1.14 updates, lanterns can be attached to iron bars. Iron bars, of course, make the perfect lantern chain extension. Consider extending your lantern chains down near the floor when you have a larger scale build. This will, of course, add some functionality to your lanterns. I mean, if you have a lantern up here, it's not going to block very many spawns down low, the light just can't reach that far. Alright, not too thrilled by that one? Well, hey, it's okay. I wanted to get the most basic idea out of the way first. Moving on to idea number 2. So here we have a plain old Minecraft tree, but wait, there's something near it that I probably shouldn't approach, and that is a beehive. Composters make amazing beehives. Just grab a composter and throw it up in a tree, and there you go. Now, this will work on any tree, but it works best on oak trees or birch trees. The back of the loom lines up pretty much perfectly with bookcases. It is for that reason that you can use looms backwards as an empty bookcase. This could help add a little bit more detail to your library, or help you finish your library if you don't have the materials for the billion bookcases. But while we're talking about the loom, we might as well talk about the amazing floor vent functionality of the loom's top. This is an idea that I have definitely showed off and mentioned before, but it's because I love it. I can't help it. Grab a couple looms and place them alongside a wall in your house, and you'll add a little bit more detail and a little bit more realism to your build. This works best with oak flooring. Have you ever wanted a car in Minecraft? No? Well, then skip this one. Skip it because this is a motorcycle. These motorcycles are actually super simple to build. This is everything that you'll need to build one motorcycle, and here is a motorcycle. Everything is pretty much placed as you can see here. We have a trapdoor on the back, a slab with a sign on the front, a sign down low to add a little bit more detail and hide the fact that the arm of this grindstone does not connect properly, and boom, you have a motorcycle. Now make a road and place a couple of these bad boys on it. Composters don't only make amazing beehives. In fact, the composter is a pretty useful block for decoration. Here I have composters making up the stem, or the bark, to a palm tree. Now, of course, you don't need to only use composters as palm tree bark. You could use these as really any type of wood for any type of tree, but I see them best fit in a beach setting. Next time you're making a custom tree, instead of using a wood type, try using a composter. If you're going for a large and fancy dining table in 1.14, you're going to need to get your hands on a couple lecterns, because lecterns make amazing fancy dining table legs. Now yes, the scale of this table is quite large, so it could be hard to work with, but if you have a bigger build, the detail on the legs is an amazing touch. But again, the table is quite large, so what do we need for a large table? Well, a large chair. Grab some scaffolding, a placeholder block, and then a trapdoor. I prefer jungle, but any type will work. Then remove that placeholder block, and boom, you have yourself a chair that is large for your large dining table. But that is definitely not all the scaffolding block can do. Here we have scaffolding that looks like, feels like, and I suppose smells like a table, so it must be a table. Moving right along to idea number 10. Now, I promise not all of my ideas are tables, but here we're using bamboo as the support for some sort of outdoorsy table. Now, how do we do this, you ask? Well, start with a bamboo, then grow it up a little bit. Then chop it down and grab a trapdoor. Any type will work. I like birch, but again, any type. Place the trapdoor on top of the bamboo like so, and boom, you have yourself a table. Now keep in mind that when you place bamboo, it is not always going to be on the middle of the block, so this table will work better on some blocks than it does on others. Right here, this is pretty much perfect. Over here, not so much. It's kind of off-centered. Again, I could see this working well in some sort of outdoor jungle-themed cafe or something. Yeah, I promise all of my ideas aren't tables, but this next idea is a table again. Repeat everything that you just did for the last table, and then do it over and over again. Add some spruce trapdoors in the middle, and you have yourself a larger table. This looks like one of those folding party tables, you know, the kind that are like plastic and they fold up, and you know, like, if you know, you know, and if you don't, well, they kind of look like this, but less wooden, more plasticky. Number 11, we have none other than the TNT yeeter that has been blowing up in memes and the Minecraft subreddit lately. I don't know, but it is, of course, an idea. I wanted to showcase the fact that the grindstone actually makes a pretty decent arm block. Pair the grindstone with a head, and then you have yourself some sort of TNT throwing gargoyle that could hopefully keep creepers and other scary mobs away. I don't know if it will actually work, but you could give it a shot. Now also, you should note that this creature here doesn't have to be holding TNT. If you're trying to make some sort of work scene or something, maybe you create some of these creatures here with a player head instead of a skeleton skull and make them holding a block, like gold or something. Are you interested in those statue things, but you want them, I guess, a little bit more mobile? Yes? Well, then this is the one for you. Take another grindstone and place it below your first grindstone, and then you have a more mobile TNT yeeter or statue thing, whatever you want to call it. Again, consider swapping the TNT block out for a different block like diamond or emerald, and then maybe even put a few capes on some of these guys to show which ones are the boss. This could work very well on a server or a world with a player head drop data pack. Sticking with the grindstone for one more idea, here we have a new scarecrow. Are you tired of the same old scarecrow? Well, try this one. The grindstone acts as the legs, then we have a wall as the body, any wall is fine, then some fence gates for the arms, and then an observer for the head. Alternatively, you could use a jack-o'-lantern as the head. Or, I suppose, you could go back to this step over here and use some of the actual heads in the game, but those kind of look a little too small on this scarecrow. Try this one out the next time you're building a large crop field. Idea number 14 can actually best be showcased at nighttime. So here we go, midnight. The composter makes a really good trash can, and that's what I've built here. I have podsol, which is trash spilling all around this thing, but it also works as a really good thing or way to hide some lighting. Light goes right through composters. You could place a torch, a lantern, really any light emitting block below a composter, cover it all up, and your area will still be lit up. Maybe you're doing some sort of park build or something and you want lighting? Well, consider this. Maybe you're doing a house build and you need a trash can? Well, hide some light under it. You can never go wrong with more light. Idea number 15 will work with any of the new 1.14 wall blocks and lanterns. Depending on your wall choice, this could work in any build. Maybe this one's more medieval, this one is a little bit more desert themed. Did you like the motorcycle car build? No? Well, skip this one again then. This one here is meant to be a truck. I've basically expanded the motorcycle concept a little bit more to make this one. Now, I figured this car was a little bit more complex to make, so I broke it down into a few steps for you. Start with 4 grindstones and a bunch of slabs. After that, move on over and place 2 trapdoors on the front and 1 slab in the middle. Behind that, you'll need 2 staircases and a glass block in the middle. After that, a few more slabs, then 2 solid blocks and a slab, and then more slabs on the back. Finish things up with a few more trapdoors on top, and then some signs on the front to help blend this grindstone arm into the rest of the truck. As I'm sure you may have noticed already, unlit campfires make amazing looking bridges. Now, I imagine these campfire bridges to be the kinds of bridges that are over long gaps and are like terrifying to go on. You know, the long, big, hangy ones, yeah, those things. I think these make amazing blocks for making those bridges. If you're looking for a bit more structure, however, try using some oak trapdoors with this or some spruce trapdoors. Both work amazing. But that's not the only thing unlit campfires can do. Unlit campfires also make amazing rail line blocks. I'm sure you've seen this one already. This one blew up on the Minecraft subreddit a few months back. This would work really well in a train station type of build or alongside a giant train. Yes, this idea has my worst enemy in it, but it's only because I'm trying to showcase the practicalness of this build. Of course, ideally for this modern street lamp build, you'd want some smooth quartz slabs, but I do realize that those are sometimes expensive in survival, so polished diorite will unfortunately, the stuff will work just as well. Or I should say almost as well. Again, this is meant to be a modern city street lamp. Now, unfortunately, this is entirely aesthetic. They won't actually light up anything, but they definitely fit that city feel. Idea number 20 is a chimney. Campfires have become the best way to make a chimney because of the smoke detail. Start by building your roof and then place a few walls or a few sturdy blocks, and then to top everything off, place a campfire. Around that campfire, place some trapdoors so you can no longer see the campfire and your chimney is perfect. If you leave the trapdoors out, you can kind of see that there's a fire and it's a campfire and it just doesn't really work as well, so try placing trapdoors all around it. If you're not a big fan of this look, try placing some more trapdoors going all the way down alongside your chimney, then you could move your campfire further down. To get around this weird gap here, try turning your stairs. Idea number 21 is a chair. This time though, it's a fancy chair. Here we have a throne. Place a lectern and then behind that lectern place a spruce door. On either side of the lectern, place either oak trapdoors or spruce trapdoors and boom, you have your throne. This throne could work really well in a castle type of build or in an adventure map as you can place books on lecterns. These books could help tell a story from a king's point of view. The stonecutter is kind of lame looking. I mean, no offense, stonecutter, but it's, just kind of lame looking when it's sitting on the ground. I mean, when you put the stonecutter next to all of the other crafting blocks, it really just stands out, and that's because it's a half slab. To make your stonecutter a little bit more fancy and less dangerous, place it up on top of a block and then surround that lower block with some trapdoors. Bonus points if you make that lower block a crafting table. Or you could turn your stonecutter into a log cutting bench. Make a table that is 3 blocks long with some spruce trapdoors, then place spruce slabs on either end and a stonecutter in the middle. If you want to decorate it even more, try placing some signs along the side of this thing to hide the stonecutter just a little bit more. You will still be able to access the stonecutter if you look at the lower part of the block. But what we've created here is a table that looks like a log would slide right in and get cut in half. Idea number 24 here goes back to the whole composters looking like beehives thing. Place a scaffolding down, then place a composter on top of it, and then finally a trapdoor or a slab on top to create a beehive. This is the type of beehive that would be in like a honey farm or a bee farm or whatever. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, there are no bees in Minecraft, so you won't be able to do anything with it, but if you're building a city, you could add this in as a building for a little bit more detail. You could get farmer villagers to work around here as well, which might be kind of cool. And idea number 25. Now this one's a little out of the box, but you're going to need to dig a hole in your world, just a few blocks deep, and then place some campfires. After that, you'll have to lure a wandering trader into it. The llamas are optional, and this will efficiently remove the wandering trader from your world because, I mean, they're kind of useless. The prices are crazy. They're obnoxious. They spawn while you're talking, and I don't have anything against these guys. It's just an idea here. You didn't get it from me. Just an idea. Yeah. Alright, so there you go. There are 24 or 25, depending on what you think about that last one. Build ideas, decoration ideas for your world. If you want a part 2, drop a like on the video, and I can possibly get working on that. If you have an idea, drop that down in the comments below, and if I see it and use it, I'll give you a shout out in that video. Remember, Waddles merch launch day is today. It's on sale right now, and there will be a merch shelf below the video soon as I can get that set up. So check out the merch and grab some if you'd like, and thank you very much for watching. My name is Waddles. All of the links you are looking for are in the description. I can feel it now. Go have a good day. Goodbye, everyone.